Hi there, Stan, the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent licensed in all 50 states, including yours. We're talking about retirement calculators. This isn't a retirement calculator producer, it's just a big darn calculator, a BDC as they say. But I'm doing that to let you know that you need to look at annuities, you need to look at contractual guarantees, what you need for your specific situation. We're going to go through all of that. We're also going to answer the question, the burning question is, how long will $1 million last for retirement? There's no good answer to that, but I'm going to go into the details. As I say to everyone, there's no good answers, just bad sales pitches, and I don't do bad sales pitches. But we're going to talk about $1 million, and if you have $1 million, what that means. It might be enough, it might not be enough, depending on your lifestyle, but let's listen to the music first. So when it comes to $1 million, it's not what it used to be, right? Think about it. I come from rural North Carolina, where if you said $1 million, you could have said spaceship. It would have made more sense to me and my family. Still doesn't make a lot of sense to my relatives and my mom and people that are like, $1 million. But $1 million, is that enough to live on? I don't know. I mean, the easy math is if you have 20 years of life expectancy, you divide 20 into $1 million, and that's 50,000. Can you live off $50,000 a year for 20 years with no interest, blah, blah, blah. You could do it that statically. But a lot of people want to have their cake and eat it too, and a lot of people buy products under the premise of having their cake and eat it too, which is unfortunate, which means that, hey, you can get this income stream, and at the very end, you're going to have the same amount of money, even though you got the lifetime income stream. That's called a bad sales pitch. That's called buying the sizzle, not the steak. If it sounds too good to be true, it is every single time. Especially in the annuity world, but in the investment world in general. So is $1 million or $500,000 or whatever your amount is that enough? It really comes down to lifestyle. It really comes down to what you want your income floor to be. So if you look at your income floor, and the income floor is not some wood floor, even though my wife would like that. Income floor is the guaranteed income stream that comes into your account every single month. Social Security, if you're so fortunate to have a pension, if you have dividend stocks or something like that, rental income, whatever's coming in, then you need to determine what gap is missing. If there's no gap missing, you can just live off that and you live the lifestyle you want to live, fine. But most people, and with 10,000 baby boomers hitting retirement age every single day, the biggest question that we're getting is, about income, about lifetime income. Annuities are the only product on the planet that can provide a lifetime income that will pay you regardless of how long you live. The fact that you don't know that is one of the biggest marketing blunders of all time that the annuity industry just hadn't pounded into the floor. I mean, you already own the best inflation annuity on the planet. That's Social Security. If you own a pension, that's a great annuity as well. Both of those pay for life. You don't know the ROI until you die, return on investment. And you don't care because all you want is income. So when you're looking at the $1 million lump sum or the $500,000 lump sum or the $250,000 lump sum, whatever that lump sum is to you, and you need income, then you need to shop specific from a calculator standpoint. Every single site seems to have one. And some have calculators and available calculators that are so complex and you can quote so many things. But as I say to people all the time, annuities are kind of like the unknown. Most people just say, I hate annuities, which is crazy because that means you hate Social Security. But you don't know what you don't know, meaning that, do you know the 40 ways to structure a single premium immediate annuity, or 30, whatever you want, 30 to 40? I mean, you can structure a myriad of ways. Do you know those? Do you understand those? I hope not, because I hope you have a life. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to explain those structures and how they work and the good and the bad and the limitations. That's the reason we need to connect one-on-one. Go to theannuityman.com and set a time with me. You'll get me, not some little underling. You'll get me, not some agent farmed out from Poughkeepsie. You'll get me one-on-one. You need an expert at the finish line. When you're talking about $250,000, million, $500,000, you're just going to talk to the next 20-something-year-old on the phone and say, what do you got? Give me a break. You don't do that when you go to the doctor. You like to go to the doctor. I mean, you go to the Mayo or you go to somewhere for a specific situation that's big time, and I'm assuming $1 million is big time to you. It should be. We need to have that conversation. Remember, you have two questions to ask. What do you want the money to contractually do? And when do you want those contractual guarantees to happen? From those two answers, then I can determine what type of annuity fits best, and then we go shop all carriers for the highest contractual guarantee for your specific situation. Hey, just remember, with all lifetime income with annuities, it's all about life expectancy. Life expectancy drives the train. It's the primary pricing mechanism to lifetime income, meaning that the older you are, the higher the payment. It's just like Social Security. So people are always trying to time annuities and say, is it the right time? Interest rates are low. Interest rates play a secondary role to the annuity pricing process for lifetime income. Now, yes, if Jimmy Carter rates were here and they were sky high, it would be a higher amount for you, but that's not going to happen. Doesn't look like it's going to happen for a long time. So it's all about life expectancy, and you cannot time it. You just can't. Don't try. Got a call the other day. Guy said, hey, I want to buy an immediate annuity, but I think rates are low, so I'm going to wait 5 years. And I said, that's fine. You can do what you want. But if you wait the 5 years, then you have to factor in the payments that you missed during those 5 years and how long it's going to take you to make those up after you turn on the income stream in 5 years. In other words, it's math. And you're not going to beat the annuity company at their own game. Period. Don't try. I got a question the other day. What's the average amount that a retiree spends during retirement? I thought that was the broadest. I mean, that is a broad answer. If you're living in Manhattan, it's different than if you're living in St. Augustine, Florida. It's completely different because the lifestyle's different, the rent's different, the cost of living's different. So it really comes down to your lifestyle and the amount that you feel comfortable spending. Now, one thing that always comes up when I have these conversations about using retirement calculators, how to use retirement calculators, and when we run quotes for you, we'll run quotes showing, cost of living adjustment increases, for inflation, et cetera. The one thing you'll find when we do that is that the annuity company does not give that away. Any agent or advisor that says that they have the annuity product or product in general that adjusts for inflation perfectly, they're lying to you, or they just don't know, or they're just trying to sell something. There's no product like that. If there was a product like that, then all of my videos would be on that product. Annuity companies don't give that away. Visually, here's the annuity without a cost of living adjustment rider. Visually, here's the same annuity with. So all the annuity companies do is they lower the initial payout when you attach a cost of living type increase to the income stream. It's common sense. Now, Social Security, the reason I say that's the best inflation annuity on the planet, because politicians, they just vote for that increase, and then they just print more money and send it to you. Annuity companies don't do that. They look at your life expectancy, and if you want the increase, then they are going to lower that payment. Doesn't mean you don't buy one, but it means that you have to understand that if it sounds too good to be true, it is. Same thing for people that are pitching index annuities that have index increases that will increase your income stream. They do the same thing. They lower the initial payment to make up for that potential increase to your income stream. So what does a retiree spend? How do you coordinate the annuity purchase based upon what the average return? You don't, because you're not average. It's all about you. Forget everybody else. Forget the stats. Forget the articles. Forget everything. From the calculator standpoint, I want you to go to our site and use the calculator at theannuityman.com, but as a inroad to us having a conversation, because our calculator is, in my opinion, the best one out there, but it doesn't let you go 100,000 different quotes because you'd just be all over the board. You don't know. I need to get from you during our conversation, what are you trying to achieve? Tell me about the family. Tell me about the spouse and partner. Tell me about the other investments. Tell me about where you live. Tell me about what you're trying to do. Tell me about the lifestyle you want to live. Tell me about the income stream goals. Tell me about that. Everybody's different. No case is the same every time with me, and I've got thousands of clients in all 50 states. America's annuity agent. You've got to break it down confidentially to me and let me put together a customized plan using our retirement calculators. So retirement calculators as a whole, they're great. They're on every site. Everybody seems to have one. Everyone's got their formula. But understand, there is no formula when you're customizing something. There is no formula when you're trying to achieve a specific goal like for you. So just remember that. So remember, Big Darn Calculator, BDC, retirement calculators. Everybody has one. It's great. It's a good starting point. Use them all. But understand at the end of the day, it's a customized quote. And buy the steak. Not the steakhouse. Buy the contractual guarantees. Don't buy the sizzle, buy the steak, because you're going to own the contractual realities. Don't buy the dream. And go to my site to use our retirement calculators, our annuity calculators for all types. And I hope to speak with you one-on-one. Just schedule a call. Also, too, sign up for me to ship you my books. I have 6 owner's manuals on all annuity types. I'll ship you for free under no obligation. They'll come to you in the mail in this really neat gold foil bubble mailer. You'll be the talk of the street, but it'll start you on the process of understanding how these products work. So click the subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next Stan the Annuity Man video.